Welcome. Today we're going to share a story, a truly chilling story that really gripped the UK. It started with a missing teenager.
And it unfolded into something just horrifying, something hiding incredibly close to home.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be exploring the complex and very disturbing case of Becky Watts. We want to try and understand maybe not just what happened, but perhaps get some sense of why.
It's a difficult one.
It really is. So Rebecca Marie Watts, everyone knew her as Becky, born June 3rd, 1998 in Bristol. She lived with her dad, Darren, and her stepmother, Angie.
Right, and Angie had been in Becky's life since she was tiny, just 2 years old, so very much a mother figure.
Absolutely. Becky did have a biological mother, Tanya, and an older brother, Daniel.
And Darren described them as a strong, loyal unit. Despite being a blended family, it seems Becky really fitted in from a young age.
And part of that unit was also Becky's stepbrother, Nathan Matthews. He was Angie's son from a previous relationship.
10 years older than Becky, that's quite a gap. And he didn't live with them full-time at first, right? Lived with his grandmother.
Yeah, due to money issues, apparently. He visited on weekends. And little Becky, well, she adored her older brothers. Her first clear word, reportedly, was Nathan.
Wow, at 2 years old. That says a lot.
It does. But Nathan's feelings? Well, they were very different, even back then. He was very protective of his mom, quite selfish, actually.
And he just found Becky annoying because of the age gap.
That's what was said. Annoying.
Yeah.
This early dynamic, you might just dismiss it as typical sibling stuff.
But maybe it was more. An early sign of something, maybe a power imbalance, even if it seems subtle then.
Could be. I mean, a 10-year gap, sure, you'll have different interests. But his dislike seemed immediate, consistent.
Even when she was trying to connect as a toddler. Yeah, looking back, that feels like more than just friction. Maybe a red flag.
As Becky got older, things got really tough for her. High school, age 11, she was severely bullied.
Awful. Mocking her appearance, stealing her things, that takes a toll.
It really did. By 12, she was diagnosed with anorexia. It got so bad she nearly ended up in hospital. Dangerously underweight, always ill.
It's just heartbreaking. And then her own stepbrother.
Yeah. Nathan. He was 23 by then. He would tell his 12-year-old stepsister she was fat, needed to lose weight.
Knowing she had anorexia. That's beyond cruel. Just zero empathy from an adult towards a child who's seriously ill.
He apparently made things up just to bully her, really made her life miserable. Physically, she did recover from the anorexia by 13, thankfully.
Back to a healthy weight, eating normally.
Yes, but mentally, she still struggled. Anxiety, some depressive episodes, probably linked to everything she'd been through.
Understandable. And then another blow when she was 15.
Yeah, Angie, her stepmom, was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, MS Crump. That hit the family hard, especially Becky, because Angie was like her mom.
Just layer upon layer of difficulty for her.
Absolutely. And like any teenager, she sometimes clashed with her dad, Darren. Typical arguments. One time, he even kicked her out. Bravely, she stayed with a friend.
But fundamentally, what was she like? Her personality?
Very shy, quite timid, naturally anxious. Darren called her clingy. She didn't have loads of friends, but the ones she had, she was incredibly close to. Talked every day.
Only really comfortable with those she felt really secure with.
Exactly. And that's important context for what happened next.
Right. The disappearance?
Thursday, February 19th, 2015. Suddenly, Becky just went quiet. No social media updates, not replying to texts.
Which for her close friends was unusual, but maybe not immediately terrifying. Could be anything. Phone died. Busy. It was half term.
Right. Angie, her stepmom, she initially thought Becky was just at a friend's house. Sleepovers were normal for her.
So not instant alarm bells.
Not instantly. But then Friday came, February 20th. 2 full days, no word. Her friends got really worried then.
And they went to the house.
Yeah, they turned up asking for Becky, and that's when Angie just panicked.
Yeah.
Called Darren at work.
And for Darren, it hit him straight away.
Instantly. Because this just wasn't Becky. She was shy, a homebody. She always let them know where she was. Complete silence. Totally out of character.
That's often the first big clue, isn't it? Understanding the person's normal behavior.
Definitely. So they checked her room. Her phone, tablet, laptop, gone. Okay, maybe suggest running away. But none of her clothes, no makeup, which she wore every day, no money. That's when the real alarm bells started ringing loud.
Yeah, that doesn't add up for running away at all.
So she was reported missing, 4 p.m. on Friday the 20th. She hadn't been seen for 48 hours by then.
Which is a critical time frame in these cases. The chances of finding someone safe drop significantly after that point.
And the police response. It took them 2.5 hours to get there, arrived at 6:30 p.m.
Not a deal. And who did they speak to first?
Well, among others, Shauna, Nathan's girlfriend. She said she thought Becky was in the house on Thursday morning.
And he didn't see her?
No. Claimed she heard stomping down the steps, then the front door slamming. Assumed it was Becky leaving.
Okay. So the police initially leaned towards runaway teenager.
Yeah, that was their initial take.
Yeah.
But the family were adamant. No way, that's not Becky.
It really highlights that tension sometimes between procedure and family intuition. They knew her best.
Meanwhile, the community rallied. Social media campaign, #FindBecky, it reached millions.
The power of that is incredible sometimes.
And Darren, bless him, just kept calling her phone that night. Voicemail after voicemail, nothing. Searches started woods, parks, lakes, hundreds of people involved.
I found nothing.
Nothing at all. So the focus had to shift. Closer to home. Police started interviewing Becky's close circle, Nathan and Shauna included.
Not as suspects yet, just gathering information.
Right. But their behavior.
Yeah.
It immediately seemed off to the officers. Shauna was described as giggly, lighthearted.
Giggly? While her boyfriend's stepsister is missing? That's odd.
Very odd. And Nathan, he seemed chilled, unbothered. Detectives noted their stories matched up almost perfectly.
Which can actually be a red flag in itself, can it? Too perfect suggests coordination, collusion, maybe.
Exactly what the detectives thought. Conveniently neat, they called it. So 6 days pass, no sign of Becky anywhere.
No sightings, no CCTV.
Nothing. It started to look like maybe she never even left the house. Darren and Angie were moved out so forensics could search their home.
And did they find anything?
They did. Red staining on Becky's bedroom doorframe looked like blood. And fingerprints.
Blood? Where, on the doorframe?
At 3 different heights. Low down, waist height, and shoulder height. Chillingly suggesting a struggle.
Oh, God. And the fingerprints.
Well, alongside this, Nathan's relationship with Becky came under more scrutiny. He admitted he didn't really like her, called her selfish.
Said she was a risk to his mother. What did that even mean?
Unclear, but it added to the suspicion. Then, the day after that forensic search, the results came back.
Let me guess.
The fingerprints belonged to Nathan Matthews.
Right.
And the blood. It was Becky Watts's, 10 days after she was last seen.
That's it then. The concrete link ties him right there to a struggle in her room.
Undeniable. Nathan and Shauna were arrested immediately. For kidnap initially. Police were already very suspicious about Shauna.
And they searched Nathan and Shauna's place.
Yes. Described as incredibly cluttered, jam-packed.
Yeah.
So cluttered, officers actually missed an upstairs bathroom at first.
Missed a whole room. Wow.
But when they did find it, it stood out. Because it was extremely clean. Very, very shiny. Unnaturally clean compared to everywhere else.
Alarm bells again. Cleaning up evidence.
Looks like it. And then they found receipts, hidden in a cabinet, from B&Q, a DIY store, dated February 19th.
The day Becky disappeared? What was on them?
A circular saw, goggles, gloves, face masks. And they got the CCTV from B&Q. Confirmed. Nathan Matthews buying those exact items on that day.
That changes everything. This isn't Kidnap anymore.
Exactly. The case was immediately reclassified. Murder inquiry.
And confronted with that.
Nathan confessed. Wrote a long statement. Admitted he is responsible for her death on the 19th.
What was his story?
He claimed he just meant to scare her. Kidnap her because he thought she was selfish, a risk to his mom. Said he brought a stun device, handcuffs, tape, a mask.
Just to scare her with all that.
That was his claim. Said during a struggle, his mask slipped. She saw his face. He panicked and strangled her while she was partly in a bag he brought.
The classic, it was an accident defense. Investigators must hear that a lot.
I imagine so. But then he verbally confessed to what happened next. And it was just horrific.
The dismemberment.
Yes.
Yes.
In their bathroom. With that circular saw, wrapping each part, hiding them in boxes, bags, suitcases, in a shed.
The officers who found her described it as something that would stay with them forever. Utterly horrific.
Just 12 days after she was reported missing, they recovered her body parts from that shed. The autopsy confirmed suffocation in her bedroom.
And the struggle was real? She fought back.
She did. Cuts, bruises, scratches, especially on her face and head. But even worse, after she was dead.
There was more.
Over 14 stab wounds and other injuries inflicted post-mortem. Her body cut into 8 pieces, decapitated.
Why? Just unimaginable cruelty.
Each piece wrapped in cling film, packed with cat litter to absorb moisture, and salt crystals to stop the smell. Meticulous, cold.
And his story about panicking, did it hold up?
Not really. He later admitted taping her eyes and mouth shut while repeatedly punching her before she died. That's not panic. That's brutality. It blew his whole accident narrative apart.
Right. That sounds much more deliberate, much more violent. The accident story was clearly damage control.
Police thought exactly that, trying to get a lesser sentence, and they just couldn't believe Shauna knew nothing. The timeline, the cleanup.
It seemed impossible she wasn't involved.
Their suspicions were confirmed. 2 months later, deleted texts recovered from their phones revealed the real motive. It was chilling.
What was it?
A shared, quote, unnatural interest in attractive teenage females. They discussed abducting a young girl.
Discussed it together.
Yes, taking them back to their house, putting them in the loft, using them as a sex slave. It was a shared fantasy.
Oh my God, so this wasn't a spur-of-the-moment panic at all. It was premeditated, based on these fantasies.
It looks that way. The texts were sickening. Nathan asking Shauna to bring me back 2 pretty schoolgirls. Her replying, yeah, I'll just kidnap them from school.
And they'd follow these messages with lol or zoxo, like it was a joke.
Exactly, casual depravity. Another time Shauna texted she almost knocked her out to bring home. Nathan replied, don't you almost mean now fing do it be?
Unbelievable. That completely destroys Shauna's claim of innocence. She was planning this with him.
It proved joint planning. And more evidence linked her directly. Her DNA was found on one of the masks used during the dismemberment, hidden in the shed.
So she was physically involved in the aftermath, too.
It seems so. Plus, CCTV showed them together buying stun gun batteries before the murder, and together buying cleaning supplies after the murder.
Buying supplies to clean up the scene. Together, the timeline is just grotesque.
It gets worse. After Nathan killed Becky, he put her body in his car. We don't know if Shauna helped with that bit. But then they went back to Becky's house.
With her body in the car outside.
Yes. And they sat in the living room. Family members walked past that car, completely unaware.
Disconnect. It's profound.
Later that evening, they drove home. Took Becky's body inside, laid her in their bath, then went downstairs, watched TV, ordered takeaway, played Monopoly.
Monopoly. While a murdered teenager's body is upstairs in the bath, it's incomprehensible.
The next morning, they watched a parody video. Do you want to hide a body? Laughed at it. Then Nathan went to B&Q for the saw.
The coldness, the calculation, it's beyond chilling.
And looking back, the family realized there were signs, things they dismissed.
Like Nathan's bullying of Becky. They just thought it was sibling rivalry.
Yeah, or jealousy. But now they saw the total lack of empathy. A 23-year-old tormenting a 12-year-old with anorexia.
Psychologists suggested maybe a subconscious attraction he couldn't handle, turning into aggression, or seeing her as representing something he hated.
It's possible. And Becky herself, when she was 12, she told the counselor she was scared of Nathan when they were alone.
Did she say why?
No. And Darren said he's haunted by not pressing her for details. A reminder to listen when kids express fear, isn't it?
Definitely. Were there other signs with Nathan?
Oh, yes. At 19, he brought 4 girls home who looked about 12. Darren was deeply disturbed by that.
Okay, that's a major red flag. And his relationship with Shauna started when she was underage too, right?
He was 21, she was 14, but claimed 19. They found out her real age later. The family was really uncomfortable with it all.
And his previous relationship, before Shauna?
Ended badly. Insecurity, jealousy, then stalking his ex. Police got involved. There's a pattern there. Control. Aggression. Then there were the practical jokes on Becky, jumping out, scaring her deliberately, knowing she was terrified.
Provoking fear for fun. Psychologists do see that as a disturbing trait, sometimes linked to more serious violence.
Her best friend even said Becky told her. Nathan described how he could kill her with a sledgehammer.
He described it to her. That's terrifying. And his behavior towards Shauna.
Abusive, it sounds like. Pulling hair, making her beg for food, strangling her briefly. She claimed it was consensual.
But others saw it as abuse. Controlling her.
Yeah. So as the investigation widened, others got pulled in. 4 people arrested for helping him.
Helping hide the body parts.
Yes. Donovan Demetrius, Carl Demetrius, Jaden Parsons, James Ireland. Supposedly for a 5-figure sum.
Did they know what they were hiding?
Carl Demetrius and Jaden Parsons claimed they thought it was drugs, cannabis. They were found guilty of assisting an offender. Got 2 years and 16 months.
And the main trial. Nathan and Shauna.
Started October 2015. Nathan stuck to his accident story. Shauna insisted she knew nothing about the murder.
Of the jury.
Didn't take long. Nathan Matthews, guilty of murder. Shauna Hoare, guilty of manslaughter.
Manslaughter, not murder. Interesting distinction the jury made there.
Yes, But both were also found guilty of conspiracy to kidnap, perverting the course of justice, preventing lawful burial by dismemberment, and possessing the stun guns.
So, significant charges all around. What were the sentences?
Nathan Matthews got life, minimum 33 years. Shauna Hoare got 17 years.
And they appealed.
They did in June 2016. Appeals rejected. So we've walked through this really harrowing case, from those small signs, the family quirks maybe, right up to the horrifying truth that came out.
Yeah, through the police work, the confessions, those chilling digital messages.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? About warning signs we might miss.
Yeah.
About the darkness that can hide right under our noses.
And the incredibly complex, sometimes tragic ways human relationships can twist. What really stands out to you from all this?
Just the sheer coldness alongside the mundane. Playing Monopoly, ordering takeaway. It's hard to fathom. How about you?
For me, it's how those early patterns of bullying and control, dismissed at the time, were actually indicators of something far more dangerous. It makes you wonder how often we overlook things like that.
A really sobering thought. How understanding these stories might, maybe, help us be a bit more vigilant in our own lives, our communities.
It's a heavy question, but yeah, an important one to ask ourselves.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us for this.
Yeah.
This difficult, but I think important deep dive today.
Thank you.
If you found this compelling and want to hear more, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Horror Docs. We explore solved true crime cases like this one. We'll see you next time.